Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome in. Bringing you another power set. This one is Celestial. We're just going to be covering Celestial Might. I can cover Precision, but bear in mind that I'm not going to be like fully maxed out in Precision. Like if I do it. But yeah, let's jump into it, shall we? So in terms of the gear, obviously we're all mix and match at the moment as it's new DLC, and we're trying to get the elite renown so we can get all of our elite gear and stuff. I've got my elite hands. It's the only piece what I have got so far. Like I say, I'm still working on renown and stuff. In terms of the white mods, we got blast adapter, obviously standard. I've got a head socket, which is a supercharged cursed idol. This is for our supercharge. You can swap this out for Neo Venom Boost if you choose that you want to run the Neo Venom Boost instead. I just think Curse Idol is probably a little bit better, in my opinion. I just think it does a ton of damage. Plus, it heals me for a percentage whenever the enemies explode. It does do a little bit of healing for myself, so it's super nice. Obviously, Escalating Might, Accelerated Plague in our back, extend the Supercharge in my chest. I got Restorative Wrath of Presence for my legs, Tumbling Master for the feet, max damage for the hands, and that is all to go with that. So, obviously, with AoE, we run a Quizlet and the 2 cards. This is my preference for AoE. In terms of loadouts, we've got Plague. So with the Plague, we do the 3-piece combo, and then we drop it with a Divine Light to get a really, really big boost of damage. And then we do a Consume Soul, full rotation of the combo. And then I do a Wrath of Presence. That being said, my allies. This is what I am running currently. But I do want to try John. So I'm going to try and do a rotation real quick with John, because I want to see what it can do. I pulled a 3.7 earlier without John. And now we're going to see what we can pull. Let's go ahead and get rid of my camera real fast so we can see the numbers. Okay. So as you can see with John, you get this little green hard light thing around your hands, right? That's when you know that it procs. We did just pull a 3.6 mil with John. Okay, which isn't too bad. It really isn't too bad, considering we've only gotten to level 6. I don't think that's out of the way. It's not too bad. Obviously, I was running Luck of the Draw. So with Luck of the Draw, let's do another rotation here. Oh, we messed up a little bit, but it's alright. We'll redeem it. Bear in mind, the problem is with Celestial is you somewhat have to be mid-max range, like mid-range, to pull really, really big numbers, because of the nature of how Celestial is. That's just kind of how it's been made. Alright, we just bought a 3.4. So I'm actually playing a little bit more with John. So that's really not that bad. We can also do a slightly different loadout, which is a little bit more range driven. And what I mean by that is you would drop Consume Soul and Wrath of Presence, right? And then you would run Haunt and you would run Smite. So this right here, we'll do a quick rotation with what we've got, which is the luck of the draw and stuff. I normally have Superman in slot 1, 2. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So yeah, obviously with the more of the range setup, I mean you would do it like this. I'm gonna get rid of my camera. And then every time when these two are up, you just recycle them through. That's 1, 2. You would do 3 rotations of these, and then you would go back in for the plague into the other one. But as you can see, it only pulled a 2.8, so it's a lot different in terms of like damage. We actually pulled a 2.9. That was our highest versus like what, a 3.4. You know what I mean? Like it's like the damage is actually a lot different. That being said, you can run also like malediction and stuff like that. There is like another loadout. I was trying to think of it. It's been a while since I've been Celestial, and I was trying to think of the old rotation loadout, and I couldn't think off the top of my head on what it was. But you know, as you can see, these pull pretty good damage anyway. So there is that. Let's jump into a single target situation. So obviously single target. This is my single target loadout. What I got here. Obviously we've got solar amp. We've got transformation card and strategist card. Obviously all the white mods stay the same. None of the white mods change. In terms of my skills, they do change slightly. So we got plague into divine light. This is our big whopper damage combo. And then we have heat vision and defile. And then I have a curse idol as my supercharge, and then we have Expedite robot psychic. In terms of my allies for single target, I have Crypto, Luck of the Draw, General Zod. I'm going to try another rotation with John as a single target. I pulled a 2.2 mil earlier with what I had, so we're going to see what we can pull now. So as you can see, we did a 1.7 and a 1.79 with John. I'm gonna hit my armory again. We're gonna go back to the luck of the draw. I think if we get lucky on luck of the draw and we get that we get one of the decent ones from him, like the extra might, or we get the extra critical chance or something, you know, that's where we actually see like the really, really big numbers from it, you know. But let's jump into another rotation here. $403K on that one proc there. That was pretty insane. Let's see if we can proc another big number here. 382. So yeah, like you can see like the difference. I don't think John is out of the question. I just think luck of the draw might be just a little bit better for situational purposes. But yeah, as you can see, 2.1 mil as a single target. Lovely. Not a problem. So that's the single target for you guys. Another little breeze through, as you can see. White mods will stay the same. They do not change. And then obviously allies stay like this. For the AoE allies, the only thing what changes is you would change Superman out for Crypto. And then in terms of the artifacts, I would drop Solar Ramp for my Quizlet. That's the only difference. Let's jump into the healer. So I've actually got two healers for you. We've got a standard straight heal, and then we have a EOG heal, which I will explain as well. So let's jump into this with the EOG. Well, this is the straight heal. So in terms of my mods, obviously they all stay the same. Just because I'm rocking the OP pieces mainly. If I had like healer gear here rather than the OP pieces, I would actually have certain things for the certain mods for like the back. Like the back, I'd probably put accelerated divine light here. That would really help me with that. And then like for the legs would probably change possibly too. The helmet would definitely change. Saying that, I mean, yeah, the helmet's optional because the helmet could be consecrated ground, it could be cursed idol. It really all depends what you're kind of running. In the retrospect of that, you know, it kind of does all depends what you're running, sort of thing. But yeah, in terms of legs, if I can find them, there they are. In terms of the legs, I'd probably just keep what I've got, to be honest, for Wrap the Presence. Even though that we're not using it, there's nothing really calling out to us. But in terms of your head, it all depends what you're kind of wanting to do with it. In the retrospect of if you're running Consecrated Ground as a supercharge, or if you're running Cursed Idol, obviously, you know, Life Drain, you know, sacrifice, etc., etc. Really all depends what you want to kind of do with it. But let's jump into the heal rotation. So obviously we have Admonish. This is our group heal. So this heals up to 3 group members, but it also does a heal over time effect when you complete the combination of it. So that's really, really handy. Obviously we've got Consume Soul. This heals a ton of your group members. Plus, it's also a combo, which adds a damage over time tick to your enemies. So it does a little bit of damage to help out the group too. Obviously, Renew is our burst. Oh shit. Save heal for like one person. So if we've got a purple healing ray up and we use this, this will give us the purple healing shield. Where Admonish will give the heal over time from the purple healing ray, right? So they're your two main heals for like purple healing ray. And then obviously we have Blessing, which is our 4-player shield. This puts a shield around me and 3 other people. And then we have Virtuous Light. Virtuous Light is our humongous AoE carpet heal. This just puts like a yellow mark of light underneath our feet, as you can see here. That is pretty much for that. And then obviously I have Curse Idol as our supercharge. Curse Idol, even as a heal, heals you and nearby allies over time. Really, really nice to have. Really, really handy. If I switch back into my DPS real quick. And then we go back into here. You can see when it deals damage, other enemies explode. So they explode, but even without being healer roll, I still think, well, we used to get little ticks of heals. They wouldn't be as potent. I don't know if we still do or not. I've not really noticed, obviously being in groups with other healers and stuff, so I've not really typically noticed if we do or not. But the fact that it explodes and does a ton of chaos damage to all the other NPCs next to the one what died, it's just fantastic to rack up some numbers, you know. But in terms of the rotation here, obviously you do 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. You know, you can drop it into a shield. You know, that's a no shit heal. You know, and that's pretty much it. The one thing I will note as well, though, is if you're on a boss fight, you may actually want to do this on a boss fight. So what this is going to do is it's just going to put this on this thing. But if anyone's attacking this, they're going to get a percentage heal. Okay? So whenever that's tethered to that boss, they're going to get a percentage heal, right? The problem is with it, right? Is if this enemy dies, so say this dies with this on, what that actually does is it breaks out a heal over time like Admonish. So you'll get like this effect on you if that person is killed while that's up. So that's really, really nice to know as well. So it's super handy to have that up as well, you know. In terms of my spec, obviously super powered, critical healing chance, critical magnitude, restoration, might and power. That's exactly where we go. Obviously super speed. Obviously my weapon, brawling into martial arts with a shuriken mastery. And then iconic powers, I just have word of power and super strength. The reason why I take word of power is just in case I want to decide that I want to get the ISIS artifact up. I was thinking about getting the ISIS artifact back up because it's super fun to play and it's kind of like a buff healer. So I was thinking about doing that. In the end, I didn't bother. In the end, I went with just a Gemini healer instead, and that's the route what we went instead. So obviously with the Gemini healer, nothing really changes in terms of my white mods. They all stay the same. They do not change. In terms of how we are spec'd, that all stays the same. Obviously slightly different in the super speed tree, as we need more superchargers to be able to do the Gemini effectively. So we have a speed drain and metabolic boost, sorry. And then we have Ferrophone Bloom from our iconic power, obviously super strength, obviously the weapon, same thing. And then stat points, obviously focus powered, critical healing chance, magnitude, restro, and then might and power. So in terms of the loadout for the EOG healer is Admonish, Consume Soul, Renew. This is probably my go-to. Virtuous Light is nice. If you wanted to have that, you could probably swap it for that. And then have Renew on your bar still. That could be a solid option. I just think Consume Soul is probably a little bit better, in my personal opinion and personal preference. Just for the fact that you could you can get the huge healing over time from that, plus you can get the huge healing over time from this, and it's just a 2-piece combo, you know, and it doesn't cost a lot. Where if you're rocking this, you know, and then you drop that and then that, you're very limited because you're only doing this then, and it's just a little bit more non-fluent, as you could say. Where if you run and consume soul, it's just overall just a little bit more just a little bit more fluent with things, you know, as they fall into place, you know. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the loadouts. Yeah, obviously might DPS. Obviously I spec the same every time. It's just super speed, these two iconic powers, robot psychic, heat viz, super strength, this, strength the might and power, rest in the precision. That's pretty much it. But hopefully that covers everyone. I do appreciate you. Go and try it out for yourself. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoy it. As you can see, we do hit some of them big juicy numbers. Like, I'm loving this huge number right here. It's, you know, we just hit a 408, dude, from that one crit, which is insane. Just dropping them two just to hit the 408 just from that alone is crazy. Actually, in total tally, what that actually did. In fact, let me go back down here. We're gonna do it again. I'm gonna see what it hits. Just them two burst combos. That was a 408 burst combo. We're gonna let it play out, and then we're gonna tell you the score, what it hits. Because I think it's just absolutely insane. It's insane. It was still ticking then. All right, it stopped ticking now. So we just hit 665,000 just off of them two abilities, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, go and check it out for yourself. Let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Take care. All the best.